Hey, how you doing? So I'm gonna re-release this video that got me a YouTube strike. I've removed all the strikeable material. I expect Philly in the Philippines. Brian! I don't even need to put a name in front of him to brand him. It's just worthless. But I expect him to push back and try and strike it again. But according to everything I've read and everything I've been told, it's unstrikeable now because it's just reproductions of actual YouTube page and not his content. It's just the advertisements for his content on the YouTube page. So we'll see how hard he tries to strike it. We'll see to what ends he goes to. But this video was made, wow, it was made a long time ago. December, January, I don't know. And it was when I went down the rabbit hole to actually look at his channel objectively, and when I really, got motivated to actually make a video. So like I said many times, he said this shit about the military, and he had the people on, the chuckleheads on, who talked the shit about the military, and he never pushed back, never, once said, hey, anything. And then I went down the rabbit hole, and this is, describing how I went down the rabbit hole, what I saw. And a lot of people are telling me that, I've gotten tons of feedback, like, why should I care? And I'll address that in an upcoming video when I get around to making it. Honestly, life is pretty busy for me. So, making these videos is not something I have a lot of time to devote to. But, if you don't care, that's on you. If you do care, thank you. And if you don't know why you should care, maybe you should stop and think about it. But the other thing is somebody keeps telling me that, I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm only seeing conspiracy because, I'm screwed up in the head. And, Brian likes to just plant the seeds in everybody's head that, oh, Jeff needs to take his pills. Jeff's a pill taker. Jeff's taking pills. And, he's using all the basic tools of manipulation. And it's sad to me how many people fall for all those basic tools of manipulation. And it's even worse that when people discover it, they're not upset by it. When people try to manipulate you, the normal response from a healthy adult is to be upset and to push back. If you enjoy being manipulated, keep hanging out with people like Brian. Keep them in your ear. Listen to them before you go to bed. It will affect your life in a negative way. And you don't have to trust me on that. If you need sources, I can point you to sources that point to that. But when people manipulate you and you accept it and you go back for more, that's a downward spiral for your immediate future. Maybe slow, maybe fast. It all depends on how much you consume and how much you buy into it. But it's not leading you to a healthier, happier life. And there's a lot of professionals who regurgitate that same line. And, those are the people I listen to. And, when you're listening to people with many degrees tell you this is a bad thing to do, it's kind of hard not to take them seriously. And it's kind of funny because Brian, he kept telling people, I don't know why Jeff's upset with me. I don't know why Jeff's upset with me. And I think I lay out pretty clearly why I was upset with Brian in the video. And so you can make up your own mind there, but I think he was just telling people that because he didn't want to tell people the truth, because then they could look and see what I saw from the perspective I was looking at it, and then they'd probably agree with me and understand why I was upset with him. So I got the strike because I clipped like 5 seconds of him saying, who are you going to listen to, or 11 seconds. I think it was 11 seconds, I don't remember. But I replaced it with me mocking him. The only problem is I couldn't get my voice to go high enough. Like right now I'm talking in a kind of a subdued voice, so I pretty much have to talk in a loud whisper. Otherwise, my voice is a little too loud and broadcasting for most places. But I couldn't get that high-pitched squeal he has. So it is what it is. But I don't think he can really strike this. I think it's pretty strike-proof now. Enjoy the video. Have a great day. and we'll see what happens. Did you know Tim K is not in America? He's not in Idaho, he's not in LA. He's actually living rent-free right here in Angeles City. Hey, good morning. It's loud, right? It's very loud. Well, I'm in Angeles City. I'm here hunting for vloggers. We are on the hunt for vloggers. So, did you know Tim K is not in America? He's not in Idaho, he's not in LA. He's actually living rent-free right here in Angeles City. I can't believe it. Maybe he's got a double. I don't know. But I'm 100% confident he is living rent-free right here in Angeles City. And I just couldn't resist making this video to mock some of these guys that are letting them reside in their head rent-free for eternity. I think it's all just a ploy to get views and likes and, make some money, right? They all just want to make some money. But it is funny as all hell because Angeles City is like the home of the American vlogger abroad, and there's so many here. And the thing to take note of is how many haven't made a video about Tim K. To me, that's the thing to take note of. So, yeah, I'm just out having some fun, out for a walk, and the thoughts been spooling in my head. I couldn't resist to make a little short video about this. The best part about this is you get people who, they throw up all these comments about him, they make all these accusations, and they never bring the receipts, right? So you've got the grandfather of vloggers, and you've got the #2 Philippine vlogger, and you've got a couple other chuckleheads. But it's funny because the grandfather says, I don't really like vloggers that use names and name drop to, and I don't like this and I don't like the negativity and, da 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 da. Well, I don't know. Have you looked in a mirror? Because when I watched your 3-hour show, out of curiosity, where you sat there and chismes about a grown man. So you've got a grown man with a bunch of other grown men calling in to talk shit about another man for 3 hours, and you're trying to tell me you don't name drop and you don't like negativity? Or is that just the pot calling the kettle black to get attention? I don't know. But the thing I took umbrage with was, supposedly this godfather is a veteran, and he's letting other people, supposedly veterans, I don't know, I've never met them, not saying they are or aren't, they're just claiming to be veterans, accuse another person of stolen valor, call the National Guard paramilitary, saying if you earn a blue cord, you shouldn't be proud of it. So how is a veteran letting other veterans denigrate all veterans? I don't know. I don't understand that. That's really what I took umbrage with. So let's dive in and have some fun with these guys, because what they said online is priceless, and the claims they make are just fabulous. And I'm sorry, I can't, I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm excited to put this out there so you can laugh too. But this is just me having fun, poking at these guys who have got a little bit of an ego complex. And, there was that incident where, one of them was denigrating the military. I kind of took umbrage with that. So, we're going to circle back to that towards the end of the video. But, yeah, that's definitely a splinter under my fingernail I won't let go of. And, I'm not okay with that. So, we're going to take a few shots at that person just by telling you what he said and showing you what he said, because I don't need to add anything. I just show you what he said, and I think you'll make up your own mind, and I'm happy with that. But before we get to that, let's have some fun.
Oh, wait. Guys, Guys, remember, all right, remember one thing. Who do you take your advice from? Who you gonna take your advice from, guys? No matter where you are here in the Philippines or coming to the Philippines or getting ready to retire and come to the Philippines, who you gonna take your advice from? Who are you gonna take advice from? Who?
So let's look at this Godfather here. Nice channel page, right? Big about section. Goes over his details, what his things are about. But let's look closely what he says here. My channel is about our journey together in life in the U.S. and our adventure when we moved to the Philippines. Sounds reasonable, right? Sounds great. Now, let's look at his channel today and see how that ended up. It's towards the end of January, and this is how I found his page. So let's scroll through here and look at what we got. Now, I had to edit in his face here on top of his picture because I wasn't willing to post the picture he was willing to put up as a thumbnail. Even though it's so small, I still wouldn't post that on my page. So we've got a sexy bikini contest. We've got expat gets in trouble for drugs. Interesting. Sex, drugs, and sex. Does that sound like a family's adventure in the Philippines? Sex, drugs, and sex kind of led me to wonder how focused he is on the sexual tourism. And a quick search of Barfine kind of shows he's very focused on sexual tourism. Almost like a promoter. Now, if you have a curious mind like I do, you're going to dive a little deeper on this, right? Is he really promoting sexual tourism? Or is it a family channel? So his top 12 videos here on the screen, 8 out of the 12 are clearly promoting sexual tourism. The other 4, you could easily argue, are enabling videos to tell you how to be a better sexual tourist or sexpat. So you tell me, am I off base here? Now, I have no problem with people promoting whatever they want to make money, right? We all got to make money somehow. I personally wouldn't choose to be a pimp or promote sexual tourism, but that's not my life, that's not my choice, and you're free to make your own. Now, what I do take issue with is what I found next in my investigation. Because it is a mixed-use channel, he is driving underage viewers to his channel where he promotes sexual tourism. So he promotes his minor's child's birthday, makes a video, and you got to presume, it's highly likely that her friends are going to want to come watch the video about her birthday, right? And other kids her age are going to be drawn to that. So on one hand, he's got the family channel, and on the same hand, he's got this channel promoting sexual tourism, except they're not separate, they're the same. So he is driving underage people to a sexual tourism promotion site. And that I have an issue with. I definitely don't support the whole idea of like transitioning children without their parents' knowledge or any of that craziness or even the sexualization of minors in any way, shape, or form. And I have a hard time seeing how this channel is not doing that. When you have so many videos promoting sexual tourism and then you drop in the videos, the home videos, highlighting your minor children with their age, with their things like birthdays, to suck in other children under age. I don't see, it confuses me. And if I'm off base, please fire me up in the comments, because I'd love to be wrong on this. But that's what I see. I'm not a big follower of Philly, and this just really bothered me when I found all these videos about sex mixed in with his family videos, promoting his teenage children and his family. It just hit me wrong, and this isn't what I was looking for. I was looking for the videos where he used to make fun of all of his followers about being beater boys or Jergens boys, and then was out shooting the videos, because I always thought that was the funniest thing. You're going to go out and surreptitiously shoot videos of women on the street and then and promote that, and then make fun of the people who consume the content you're making. I always thought that was funny, but this is what I found. I found these videos side by side with his family videos, and it brought on a whole new light. I'm not a sexual tourism promoter. I'm not a promoter at all, so I can't understand the pressure needed to get somebody to use hidden cameras for 5 years to, follow women down the street and post that online, to make money. But, if that's a person you want in your life on a daily basis and on your screens all the time, more power to you. I'm a firm believer, make your own choices in life. And, but let's listen to Philly himself, see what he has to say.
Hold on. Guys, remember one thing, all right? Who do you take your advice from? Who you gonna take advice from? No matter where you are here in the Philippines or coming to the Philippines or getting ready to come to the Philippines and retire, who do you take your advice from? Who are you gonna take your advice from? Who?